The Kasarda drill. So this was our second stage of the day, and it was the fourth stage of the match. So here you start at this barrel, rifle slung, unloaded, pistol loaded, and holster, and then you need to get 3 shots on these steel plates, one at 40, one at 50, and then one about 15 to 20 yards. On the last one, that's the closest one, you drop mag for your last shot. Take it. If you hit it, great. If you don't, 60-second penalty. Then you holster your pistol and run back. So we had just come off the pistol stage. My pistol shooting was okay. I definitely should have been more warmed up than I was here, and knowing I just need to take my time. But that's just how it is sometimes. This is something else that will plague me throughout the match, is needing to reload like right at the end of my pistol shooting. Definitely something I need to work on. I might see about getting a dot for next year, but I'm not sure at this point in time if that's something I'll do. But I do think it really would have helped a lot, and made me a little bit more competitive, though I still enjoy shooting irons. So here you run the kettlebell back because it's a self-resetting stage. You load and you start engaging the steel downrange. For me, it was 2 shots because I'm shooting an intermediate cartridge. One thing I will say is I don't typically shoot with a sling, like I should say a rifle slung, or run around with one slung. So it made it a little bit more difficult for me just because it's not something I'm used to. It's definitely something I need to work on, as well as kettlebell throws. This was definitely one of, if not my worst stages of the match, but still enjoyable. Here you'll see I'm having an issue. So part of that was sling placement. It was right over the ejection port. And what ended up happening, I believe, because I didn't check too much while I was on the clock, was the bolt didn't go, or one of the rounds bounced, one of the casings, I should say, bounced back into the chamber and caused issues with the bolt. So dropped mag, racked it, inserted a new one, racked again, no problems. I was good to go. So you'll see here, slowly getting a little bit more tired. As I said, I haven't really been practicing kettlebell throws, which is on me. Definitely something I will be practicing more in this upcoming year, or for the next year's match. One thing that I didn't like about this stage was it was on gravel and you had to go prone. Definitely felt it in my knees because I didn't have knee pads, and it's just something that I will have to think about bringing for next year. If it had been in on dirt like it was last year and you didn't have to go prone, probably wouldn't have been too big of an issue, or wouldn't have needed them for this match, but this was definitely a stage where they would have been helpful. Another thing is throwing the kettlebell with gloves. Definitely felt them slip out a few times, but I really didn't want to be shooting on gravel and pushing myself up without gloves. Something that you also have to make the choice for, obviously, but it is what it is. At this point, I can definitely feel myself getting tired. I had the feeling that I wouldn't make it to the very last bonus, which would have taken off 50 seconds off whatever time I was and not had me par out. But I just kind of knew at this point that I wasn't going to make it. So you'll see I kind of just haphazardly throw the kettlebell, not really caring too much about distance. And you'll also see my shooting gets a little sloppier right here. Miss, and hit. So it's just something that I need to get used to. All the drills I do at my home range are for, a minute or two, not 4. So just things to improve on for next year. But I'm looking forward to next year. So